So hello and welcome back to Grimm Hex, where you left us last time. After looking around the station here at Grimm Hex, we need to get out of here now and go and do something more interesting. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to head over to ArcCorp and we're going to rent a ship. So you cannot rent a ship at Grimm Hex. There isn't a ship rental place at Grimm Hex. Our ship's being delivered to Pad 1, of course it is. So where we saw last time somebody's ship being delivered to Pad 1, now it's our ship that is going to be delivered to Pad 1. And we're going to go and get in our ship. This is a very inefficient trip, just so you know. Here's our freelancer, there you are. Open the door. Because we're not doing any packaging delivery on this run across to... jumping in on this run across to ArcCorp, and the reason we're not is because we want to rent a ship, basically. Actually, we might not go to ArcCorp. There might be somewhere closer to rent. No, I don't think there is. I think we have to go to ArcCorp to rent a ship. Or Hurston. We could go to Hurston to rent a ship. Have we been to Hurston? Yes, we've been to Hurston before, I think. But we'll go to one of those places. So let's power up the freelancer and let's have a look. So which is going to be the quickest place to go to is the question. Let's have a look. To rent a ship. So ship rental is only available at Hurston or, as far as I'm aware, Area 18 on ArcCorp. So Hurston is going to be there. ArcCorp is going to be there. Going to be blocked by the sun, are we? No, let's go to Hurston. We're going to Hurston, I've decided. Hurston. Okay, so you can only rent a ship at Hurston or ArcCorp at the moment. So we have to go there to rent a ship, to bring it back here, to then do our trip. But what we will do is trade our way back. So we've not wasted any money going. So off we go. Let's go. We're taking off. And we're going to go forwards, full blast. Landing gear up. We're just going to work our way through this. Whoa! Oh. 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 The channel Misk Freelancer Harneal has been disbanded. Yes, because we died. We blew up our ship. So, right, well, we'll start again. I'm a little shaken, I have to say, there, by that beginner's mistake and rather silly stupidity there. So we're back at Grimm Hex. So if you die... you go back to the last place where you landed your ship. When you land your ship, you create a spawn point, and that's where you're going to start from if you blow up or die. So, what's going to happen now is that when we go back to pick up our ship, we're going to find that our ship, we have to file an insurance claim. So our ship has been destroyed. We're going to need a new ship. So, in the alpha that exists now... Hello? Are you okay? Can I help you? Hello? Hello? No. So, in the alpha that exists now, the insurance just keeps going and you just file a claim and that's all fine. But when the game is released properly, it's going to be the case that that isn't the case, and that you have to either buy insurance or have some products come with a lifetime insurance included. There is a sale on at the moment, and there is a very cheap ship available, an Archimedes P92 Archimedes, I think, which is available with lifetime insurance for a very low price. Or maybe we'll take the Archimedes because I bought one yesterday. Is it available? No, it isn't available. Wonder where our Archimedes is then that we bought yesterday. That's interesting. Wonder why we don't have an P92 Archimedes available. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to pause I'm going to find out, and I'm going to come back. Okay, so I'm back, and I still don't know why I don't have a P-72 Archimedes ship in my fleet. I had a look, couldn't work it out. I shall give them a message and find out. Now, the problem we have, we've blown up, we died, and so look, our ship was destroyed, so we have to file a claim. When we file that claim, it's going to tell us that it's going to take 15 minutes for us to get our ship back. I'm not going to expedite that for a fee. Although, I think I just paid a fee there, even though it said there was no fee. I'm going to claim this one, because this one's going to take a lot less time. I think I've just paid another fee. But we will get our ship back in 1 minute and 13 seconds, so you go and do what you like. I'm going to hang around Grimm Hex for a little bit, and I'll be back with you in 1 minute and 13 seconds. Hi. Hello. That's a nice box. What have you got in the box? Is it gasping weevil eggs? Here's another chap. Hi. Hello. How are you? Are you okay? Shall we follow him and see what he does? He's got big guns though. He's seen us, he knows we're here. So that was a waste of time. I'm going to go back upstairs. Take the lift back so he has to wait for it. Not on purpose, obviously, just because we're going up here. So, is that 1 minute and 16 seconds? Don't think it probably is yet. I'm not very good at waiting. Oh, yeah, there we go. It is. Retrieve. So we retrieve our vehicle and it will tell us where it is. 3. Okay, off we go to A3. You can go this way or you can go the other way. I'm going to go this way, even though this particular airlock is very well used. People are using this all the time. The other one's a lot quieter. Off we go. Landing pad 3. So we're going to take the Avenger. What ship is this? Ah, that's an interesting looking ship. Is that Gladius, maybe? Something like that. Yeah, that looks interesting. So we're going to take the Avenger, we're going to nip over to ArcCorp, and we're going to rent a Constellation. Now, I've rented a Constellation before. I like the Constellation, I like the design. And I like that it carries more... oh, that's another ship I've not seen before. I wonder what ship that is. Very pretty. Anyway, let's go to our Avenger Titan. We should have seen it, looked to see if there was any packages we could pick up before we went over on this trip to ArcCorp, but hey, we didn't, so now we're just going. And we're going to rent a ship. So I'll show you how we go about renting a ship, how the ship rental works, and we'll rent a Constellation Andromeda, which is the only option of Constellations. Oh, well, hello.
Systems green.
Okay, systems are green. We're going to ask for takeoff clearance.
Shields recharging. Shields up.
And this time we're going to try not to blow up. Although it will save us fuel going by with this vehicle than if we take the last one. So, not that one. That one. And we're clear to launch. And we're going to head out this time in a little bit carefully. More careful. Wasn't that much more careful, was it? So yes, here's the lesson. Just be careful of asteroid fields in Star Citizen, because you'll blow up. and die. So we'll spool up our quantum drive. We'll point our quantum drive at OM1 because that's where it wants us to go first in order to get round this planet. And off we go.
Quantum travel. Initiate.
And there we go. On our way to OM1 and then finally to... now it'll automatically line us up for ArcCorp. It'll automatically make that the next waypoint. And then we've got to go 42,000 kilometres. Off we go.
Quantum travel. Initiate.
I think that's quantum travelling. Oh yes, look, we're being sucked in. And there we go. We are off to ArcCorp. And I'll be back when we get there.
Quantum travel complete.
So we have to just wait for our quantum drive to cool down. And then we can look for area 18 and we can fly across there. So let's do that now. Area 18, where are you? Area 11. Area 21. Area 18, there it is. Oh, I've readied myself out there. Probably by moving the ship too fast while travelling forward too quickly.
Quantum travel.
That's not good. Not good at all. Bit too much G-force there, I think. So we are now travelling to Area 18. And when we get there, we're going to rent a ship. So the way that ship rentals currently works in Star Citizen is that buying ships, there's two ways to buy ship. So that's the first thing. So the first way is with real money through the Robert Space Industry website, and you can buy a starter package which you have to buy to get into the game, and you have to buy a ship to start off in the game. So buy the cheapest ship you can is usually the way to do it. That's what most people do, and then go from there in the game. At the moment as well, everybody in the game has a MISC Freelancer, which is the ship that we blew up earlier. It's like a small cargo ship. Everybody has one of these small cargo ships, and you can use the small cargo ship to do trades, make some money in the game. But going forward, the only way to acquire more ships is to either buy the ships with real money or to make money in the game, and then buy the ships in the game with money that you've made in the game money. So obviously buying the ships with game money is much more preferable to buying the ships with real money. So I suspect that that is what most people will do. Now where's the spaceport? I always have this problem. I find Area 18, but I can't necessarily find the spaceport. I think it's over there in the distance, so we'll just keep going forwards. Seems to be very noisy today. Not as noisy outside. I'm gonna come out of the ship for a little bit. Let's have some ship flying shots. Oh, that'll be why it's noisy, because my ladder's still down. I mean, if you're going to travel through quantum space with your ladder out, then it's going to be noisy and you're going to get some buffeting. That's unfortunate. Yeah, that's not good really. It's probably cost us a bit extra in fuel because of that as well. Because we had the ladder out. Yeah. Oh well. So yes, obviously the best thing to do is to make money in the game and buy your ships in the game. So for the time being, if you can't rent ships, buy ships, you can rent ships. Now you can't rent all the ships. There's only a small selection of ships that are available to rent. But you can rent ships with larger cargo capacity. So the ship I have at the moment, which is the Freelancer that everybody's got, has 66 SCU of cargo capacity. But Obviously, you can make more money if you can carry more cargo once you get somebody to invest in that cargo. So I'm going to rent today Constellation Andromeda, which is a ship with a very large, a larger cargo capacity that you can rent. It would be nice if they had a Freelancer Max available for rent. That has 120 SCU of cargo capacity, whereas the Andromeda only has 96 SCU of cargo capacity. But I have to be honest and say I like the Freelancers; they're really nice. But the Andromeda's a really great looking ship. It looks really high tech and spacey and futuristic. So quite enjoying. Quite looking forward to flying the Andromeda again. Yeah, we'll speed up a bit to come in here, get our landing gear down, and see where our pad is. Where is our pad? There it is. I bet it's one of the small ones again. I always get the ones in the middle here, I never get the ones on the outside edges. But at least I'm putting a small ship into a small landing pad this time, and not the Freelancer is a really tight fit in these little landing pads. I have to say, it's not easy putting a Freelancer into this landing pad. Should be easy though, putting this one in. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the straight in, straight down approach to landing, which sometimes is just easier than the trying to go in square approach. So we're just going to go straight in like this.
Proximity alert.
And then we're going to just do that.
Proximity alert. Deck.
And we're just going to check our back. Oh, we've gone a bit tilty, but we're nearly there.
Alert. Deck. Landing complete.
We're there! Yay! So the straight in nose first attempt does work. So what we will do now is get out of here, exit seat, get out the ship, go and have a look round. So we've been to ArcCorp before, we don't need to do a look round ArcCorp. I will be doing location overview videos for all of the locations, so obviously done the Grimm Hex one, and I'm going to do one. I'll do one for ArcCorp, one for Lorville, one for Levski another day. Oh, I left my door out. Broken the first rule. First rule of Star Citizen is don't talk about Star Citizen. No, not don't talk about Star Citizen, because obviously, well, we'd have broken that rule as well. First rule of Star Citizen is always close the door. Otherwise someone will come and nick your ship and probably blow it up, which we don't need any help with because we've already blown one ship up today already. So we're back in the ArcCorp elevator, and we're going to the Riker Memorial Spaceport. Thankfully, in order to rent a ship, we don't have to go very far, because the ship rental console is just across the way from where we come out, I think.
Want your company to be in good company?
No, I know where it is. Yeah, it's not very far. Okay, so we're back at ArcCorp, and we're going to the exit. And there's the ship reclamation consoles, which is where you reclaim your ship. Yeah, no Archimedes. And over here, oh hello, over here is the Welcome to Traveller, where you can rent a ship. So we've looked at this before in one of our earlier videos, but now we're going to look at it again. So there's the Avenger Titan, which we have, fairly cheap to rent. We could rent an Anvil Arrow, which is apparently just a pair of missiles. Yeah, all of these Freelancer. There's the Freelancer, Mint Prospector, Aurora ES, which is, I don't want to rent that. And there is the Constellation Andromeda. Look at that. What a beauty. What a beauty. That's what we're going to rent. But that's the largest ship we can rent at the moment. And you can rent for 1 day. So 1 day is going to cost us 70,000 AUEC. 3 days would cost us 186,000 AUEC. And 30 days would cost us 1.3 million AUEC. But we're not going to do that. We're going to do 1 day. So rent ship. Would you like to rent it? Yes, I would. And there we go. It's succeeded. So, what we can do now, we've rented our ship. Thanks very much, guys. That was nice and quick. Not a lot of paperwork to do there. Oh, VIP lounge. We go to the ship retrieval console, and you'll see that it says we have an RSI Constellation Andromeda, and it's rented, and we have 23 hours, 59 minutes, and 38 seconds left. Medium freight gunship, and we can retrieve it. And it'll tell us where our vehicle is going to be delivered. Our vehicle that exists now will be put into storage. There it goes. And our Andromeda will be brought to Hangar 4. Let's go. Let's go and see our Andromeda. Oh, I'm so excited. I really enjoyed flying the Andromeda last time.
Want your company to be in good company? Our
So I'm looking forward to doing it
course
again
will
and
integrate
videoing it for you guys.
offer amenities such as resource sharing and logistical
So,
support for
let's,
our Inquire
Oh no,
more
that's where
about
I've just
the
gone back to the same
investment
place.
of your new home.
I don't know where I'm going now. Hangar 4 is where I should be going, but I haven't pressed that. I'm still 1,000 meters away. Still a kilometer to my ship. No, so we're gonna press. Oh, we didn't look to see if there was anything to bring back to Grimm Hex. Okay, Hangar 4. Let's go. Oh, we didn't really do very well there with thinking about that. Okay, no, this is the spaceport. Oh, what is wrong with these lifts? Well, it's more the operator, I think. Hangar 4, okay. Third time lucky. We're going to get to pick them up. Pick this up. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. The RSI Constellation Andromeda. Look at that beauty. I mean, this is the back. This is the back end of the ship. So I'm going to give you a little brief tour around, but then we'll have to obviously take off and fly away. So there's the ship. Looks a much bigger ship than the previous two ships that we've been flying. That's the first thing to say. This is a big ship. I mean, look at the size of this hangar. It's a big boy, big girl, whatever you want to call it. There's the bridge up there, and underneath here. There's all sorts of things going on underneath here as well. So if we go over here and we click up here, I think it's here. Nope. Is it at the back? Look at this. This is the cargo bay. So our cargo bay comes down, and then we could enter the ship through the cargo bay if we wanted to. But we're not going to do that. Let's put the cargo bay back. Close the cargo bay. We're going to go in front of the cargo bay, and up here you'll see that there is an elevator, so we can call the elevator down. And oh, look at that. That's just fantastic. Makes an airlock, and down it comes, and then we can hop on board. And up we go. Into the airlock first, then the doors open and we go up into the ship. Look at that. Fantastic. Now it's a bit dark at the moment because, well, the lights are off. So we go into the bridge, and we'll pick a chair. And we jump in. It's a little bit Star Trek-esque in its bridge arrangement. But look at that. There is the bridge. And we'll go power on. No, power on. Look at that. Everything comes on.
Space Industries. Enjoy the work.
Fabulous. And engines on.
Shields are off.
Oh.
Shields are on. Engines are off. Engines are on.
Okay, engines are on, shields are on. We're going to take off and we're going to pilot ourselves back to Grimm Hex. So we go to menu and comms and wait for our clearance to take off.
You are clear to launch.
We'll also have to just check that the doors are opening. They are. Look at that. There they go. Not a lot of view in these in this ship, but you know, obviously. We go slowly but surely, slowly but surely. The doors are opening, and we can we'll be able to see when they stop because of the shadow, and then we can take off. So let's get going.
Takeoff complete.
This is a larger
Collision
ship.
alert. Starboard. Collision alert. Front.
We're getting out of dodge. Gear up.
Thank you, and please visit again.
Landing gear raised.
Look at that. I mean, it really is a beautiful ship. It's a beautiful ship. And it's taking off. And it has quite a lot of firepower as well. What was that just went behind us? Ah. Something just took off behind us there. Let's just get ourselves down to a better angle. 30-degree up angle rather than such a difficult one that we had before. There we can look at that. It's got all sorts of missiles and all sorts of things. Gun turrets. I mean, it's quite an evil. Just shut those hatches so it looks a bit more streamlined, flying away from Area 18. And you can see the missiles stuck out on the sides, barriers of missiles. I mean, quite an amazing ship. Absolutely love it. So let's get back in the ship and let's plan our journey to wherever we're going to go to. So we're going to go to Grimm Hex. So we want to go to Crusader, and we're going to go to Grimm Hex. So that's Yellow. So we want to go to Yellow, and then we're going to probably pick up some. Oh, I've done it again. Pick up some trade maybe at Yellow before we go back to Grimm Hex. So let's find our route. So it's a lot more sluggish to fly this than the old Avenger Titan, which was a very nimble aircraft to fly. But it's still a nice aircraft. It's got some power, sounds good. And off we go.
Is now on.
We are off, flying through quantum space. Look at that. Okay, we'll be back with you when we get to... Oh gosh, that didn't look good. Be back with you when we get to Grimm Hex. Or Yellow, really, when we get to Yellow. And we're going to go somewhere else actually. We're not going to go to Yellow. I've decided we're going to go to pick up some distilled spirits. We'll see if there is enough. Because this is the problem I've noticed before. Once you get to a larger ship than a freelancer, is that you get to these places to do the trading and there isn't enough stuff to trade. So we're going to go to Daymar, I think. Oh, we're still on a cooldown. This ship wallows around a lot. It's not like the smaller ships. But it is beautiful. Look at it. Amazing. Just floating along. It's got some good armaments. It's got missile racks on the top and also missile racks sticking out at the back. So yeah, plenty of good armaments. So we're going to whip across to Daymar, pick up some distilled spirits, and then we will go to Grimm Hex, sell the distilled spirits, and we'll be ready to start our big trade run. Oh, I'll move to spool again. There we go.
Drive
Finally.
now on.
Finally it's taken it. And we're off. Over to Daymar. Flying through the verse. So yes, renting ships. That's how you rent a ship in Star Citizen. And I've got used to this ship for 24 hours. So within the next 24 hours I'll make a few videos with this ship
Quantum Drive is now
that we
off.
can watch. Well, that you can watch. Because I'm seeing it now as I'm doing it. So let's get it back on. Let's find where we're going to go for our purchasing. Kudra or nope. Wolf Point, nope. Oh, what's that? Is that it over there? It's all in the wrong place. Shubin Mining, no. AIDS, I think it might be down here now. Kudra or Bountiful, there we go. Bountiful Harvest, that's the one. That's where we're going. Go to Bountiful Harvest and we will get some distilled spirits. And hopefully we will take them to Grimm Hex.
Quantum Drive is now on.
We also need to have a bit of more of a look around the constellation, don't we? Because we haven't spent a lot of time looking around the ship as yet. But it's a very nice ship. I like it. The only thing I don't like is the bar that's across the middle of the view here in the cockpit. It's a bit, you know, it kind of
Quantum Drive is now
stops your viewpoint somewhat. Let's see where we are. How close are we to Bountiful Harvest? 18 kilometres. Coming in reasonably fast, not too fast. Obviously, we need a little bit more space to park the bigger ship, although this one is not too big. Not as big as a Karak or something like that. But it is still a big ship compared to the Freelancer or the... or definitely the Avenger. It's easy to put the Freelancer down almost next to anything. Even when there isn't a landing pad, you can put the Freelancer right down there. So just going to slow down a little bit. You can put the Freelancer right down on the ground in any little sort of spare space. It's a little bit harder with the Constellation. It's a lot bigger ship, so it just makes life a little bit more difficult. We just have to bear that in mind when we get nearer and we start to look for a place to land. I'll put the lights on and I'll just reduce my speed a little bit more. It says we're obstructed, but can't see anything that's obstructing us like that. But we'll drive into a mountain or something again in a minute. I can see that coming. We haven't shown up anything with the lights yet. So I can actually see the ground now. I can see the ground. So hopefully we aren't going to meet with the ground before we meet with... No, I can see the lights of Bountiful Harvest in front of us. So we should be absolutely fine. All we are going to have to do is just find a little place to park. Because there's quite a big ship. Landing gear down. There we go, we can see the ground now.
deployed.
Thankfully we're coming in on one of the areas where there's a lot of space to land. So I think we'll be absolutely fine with the landing with the big ship. You go in about here. There we go, we're down.
Complete.
See, that was easy, wasn't it? Lights off, engines off.
are off.
Let's go and exit. Let's go and buy some stuff. And now you can see the ship with the lights on. So this is the bridge, obviously. There's the 3 bridge seats. You can do multi-crew on this ship. And there's the lower gun turret, and there's an upper gun turret as well, which can be manned by the other 2 crew members in a fight. Then of course we've got this is a crew area here, and this is quite nifty. There's a little floor mounted table, if I can get it to work. No, can't get it to work. There we go, I saw it then. Oh, now I'm sitting down. No, that wasn't what I had in mind. I didn't want to sit down, I wanted to activate the table. See if we can do that. No, it's making me sit down again. So there is a table that comes out of the floor, but doesn't seem to be working. So let's just get down and have a look at what's going on down here. So first and most important thing, close the elevator. Right, let's go. Bountiful Harvest Hydroponics. I can hear another ship. Don't land on my constellation. So if anybody's thinking of getting a constellation, one point worth noticing is that the Constellation Andromeda, which is that ship, is quite expensive as a starter pack, but the Constellation Taurus is quite a bit cheaper, and the Constellation Taurus at the moment, the Constellation Taurus isn't available, so you get given a Constellation Andromeda for the time being. So distilled spirits, and we can fill it up. Excellent. Purchase distilled spirits. Yes, we will. And we have bought our distilled spirits, and we are off back to the ship. There we go. My ship is full of spirits. Could be an interesting drive back to Grimm Hex. So we'll press our button, get our elevator down. So it's a bit long-winded, the whole waiting for the elevator, but I don't think it actually takes any longer than putting the door down in the other ships. It's quite quick to get in once you're on the elevator, and you come up right next to the bridge. So I don't think that there's any problem really with this ship with regard to time getting in and out. I think it's certainly the same amount of time as the Avenger, maybe slightly quicker with the Freelancer, just purely because
Engines are on.
engines are on and we're off. Okay, so where do we want to go? We want to go to Grimm Hex, so we have to go to Yellow, set route. In fact, what we'll do is we'll just zoom in and we'll choose Grimm Hex, set route, and it'll do the whole route for us so that we don't have to bother about it. We need to spool up our drive, and then we need to rotate round so that we can see Grimm Hex over there. It'll ask us probably to exit the atmosphere now. Yeah, I thought it might. Hopefully that won't take too long, as we now have a full constellation of spirits to go to Grimm Hex. And off we go to Yellow. Whee! Upside down. I love it when it turns upside down. I love it when it comes into land and it rights itself back the right way up. I think all those things are really cool functions of the system. Oh, of the programming of the way that the game works. So here's Yellow approaching. And then we want to just go straight to Grimm Hex because we've got a full load. We have a full load and we're off to Hex. And there is Grimm Hex sitting in the asteroid belt, hidden away there. It is a very hidden little place. and we'll see landing in this is a little bit more tricky than landing in the smaller craft at Grimm Hex. Oh, but landing at Grimm Hex is a little bit tricky anyway. Whoa! Ho, ho, ho.
Quantum drive is
Gosh,
now
that was a little scary there, a little scary. Let's drop our speed down. Keep our... let's just keep ourselves orientated on Grimm Hex there as we come in. Beautiful space music and space shots of flying through space there. Lovely, very nice. Anyway, back to the task at hand. Drifting a little. So there's one large, I think there's two large pads at Grimm Hex, but normally pad number 2, which is right outside the thingy, is the pad that's given to the is given to a constellation. So hopefully, as long as nobody's on that pad, we'll get straight in there. I've just realised that I could be clicking that screen just above rather than having to go into that screen every time. So I must bear that in mind for next time. There was someone down there with... so this is an interesting point we haven't talked about. So you can see the red triangle there by our marker for our landing pad. The red triangle indicates that the person has a crime stat. And what was interesting there was that it was green and then it went to red. Now it's gone back to green again. Could be two different people. So if you kill somebody, you get a crime stat. And that's what may have just happened there. May not have been that, but basically, yeah, it's worth noting that if you kill somebody or you steal something or various other different things, you get a crime stat. You become a criminal. At the moment, there's a couple of ways. The best way to get rid of a crime stat is to go to Hurston, and as soon as the guards at Hurston see you, they will shoot you, and you don't have the crime stat anymore. So that, in my opinion, at the moment, that's what I did when I picked up a crime stat by accident. That's the best way, in my opinion, to get rid of that crime stat at this point in time. So we are going to come in right over the top, and we're going to go into this. Oh, blimey, he was very close there below us. He didn't expect to see a constellation in his path, I don't think, there at that point in time. Just going to push forward here, so we're right near the front of our location. We're just going to land our constellation in the middle of the pad. Look at that, beautiful. There we go. Thank you very much.
Weapons system is off.
I turned the power off as well, that was silly. Keep the power back on.
Roberts Space Industries.
Well, you can't see to get out otherwise. Let's go and sell our cargo. I do like the elevator on the Andromeda. But yeah, so Constellation Andromeda, lovely ship. We'll be flying that a bit more in the next video as we do some trading here from Grimm Hex. Look at it, beautiful, fantastic. So we're back at Grimm Hex. Let's go and sell our goods again. Hi, back again. Just me, passing through. Did I press it? Did I? No, think I didn't. Could have been waiting for a while. That's like when you wait for the lift and you haven't elevator. When you went for the lift or elevator and you haven't pressed the button, and you think you pressed it but you haven't pressed it. That's what it's like. But there we go. back down here. So as I say, come out the lifts, go up here. Oh yeah. And into jumpers here. It says jumpers. Down the steps, and this is the admin office. So we go in here, over to one of the screens, and it will say no questions asked. I should think so too. Select a location. We're going to select the Andromeda distilled spirits and sell for 52. We might have made 10 grand there on that. I think we did. I think we just made 10,000 on that one trade. So I mean, we could just spend the afternoon flying backwards and forwards between the hydroponics and here and making 10,000, but we're not going to because we're going to go out these doors here, and in the next video we're going to meet Bob. Hi Bob and Steve. Bob and Steve are the Covalex shipping boxes here at Grimm Hex. So thank you very much for joining me. This has been a great ride around the universe. Come back soon and we'll go parcel delivering together. Adios.